Hello students, welcome to the online math class of grade 7. Students, yesterday we learnt about reciprocals of fraction. Today we are going to solve some word problems on fractions. Alright, so let us start our class with a realistic problem. Due to corona, we're all sitting at home. I'm sure you're all missing your friends. So let us quickly think of a situation. If I had to make a card for all my members of my classroom, okay, and each student was to get 1/4 of a sheet for their card, how many sheets will I need in total for making cards for the entire class? For example, let us take this page, right? I'm dividing this into 4 equal parts. Can you see? All right, and each child will get 1/4 of this sheet, okay, this much. So if I had to make sure every child in my class was supposed to get one card, how many sheets of paper do you think I will need? Let us quickly calculate and find out how much sheets of paper do I need in total. So let's take 3 minutes to solve this problem. Make sure you're writing it down in your notebook. One minute done. 2 more minutes to go. When you're solving this problem, think of the logic that you're using, right? The how of the problem, the what of the challenge. So you will have an understanding as to what factors we are thinking about. Last minute. Last 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time up and pencils down. Great. Now let us check our answers. Alright. So the question reads, if each student in a class gets 1/4 of a sheet for their card, how many sheets of paper will we need for all students? So what information I already have is each student gets 1/4 of the sheet, and I already know total number of students in my class. It could be 25, it could be 30, it could be 45, it could be 15. Whatever the total number of students, we will write it here. Okay. They want us to find out the total number of sheets we need. Correct? So I know what is given, the data. Next step, I'll find out what is being asked, correct? How much papers we need. What operation am I going to use? I'm going to use multiplication because multiplication is repeated addition. If I want to do it for all students, I'm doing it again and again. So I would choose multiplication as my operation. The total number of sheets have to be calculated when the size of one sheet is known. Correct? I know the size of one sheet, so I can calculate other sheets accordingly. So, what is the mathematical statement? It is 1 by 4 into number of students in the class. 1/4 is how much each student is getting. Into the total number, when I find out, I will get the total number of sheets I will need for my project. Correct? Did your answer match? Did you use the same logic? Then you are doing fantastically well already. Let us go on to the next concept. Okay. So we will see how to solve word problems involving fraction operations. Let us read the question together. Meera and Sushil are collecting plastic to send for recycling. Each hour, Meera and Sushil collect 1.5 and 2/3 buckets of plastic respectively. How many buckets in total would they collect in 3 hours? So when I read the problem, my first step is to understand the problem as to what data is already given and what are they basically asking for. Alright, so I will read and explain it to your partner. Here partner is ourselves because we are at home, so we are doing it independently. Read and explain it to yourself in your own words. Write what is given and asked. Alright, so I know what is given. I know Meera and Sushil are collected 1.5 and 2/3 buckets of plastic. Respectively means one after other. Alright, and then what are they asking? How many buckets in total would they collect in 3 hours? Can you see? This is what is given and this is what is being asked. Great. Now let's go to the next step. Identify the operation. Here we'll have to be a little more logical. What is the operation they're asking and how will I choose the operation? The key is in the question itself. When it says how much in total would they be collecting in 3 hours, then I know it has addition, and because they're doing it again and again for 3 hours, I'm thinking there is multiplication as well. Let us see. Bang on. Operation is multiplication and addition. Reason? The amount collected by Meera and Sushil can be added together to get the amount collected in 1 hour. Correct? So when I add these two, I will know how much Meera and Sushil are collected for 1 hour. If I want the information for 3 hours, I have to do it through multiplication. Then the third one is writing the statement. We know maths is all about numbers, but it's also about what information we are passing along with the numbers. So whenever you write a number, make sure you're writing a small statement next to it. Here we are doing word problems, so statements play a very important role. So let us see the mathematical statement. Total number of buckets of plastic collected by Meera and Sushil in 3 hours. This statement can be taken off from the question on top itself. So it says 3 into 1.5 plus 2 by 3. This, anybody has any doubt? Why do we have this? Correct? Because Meera and Sushil are collecting it together, we can add these two. And this information is for 1 hour only. So for 3 hours, I'll have to multiply with 3 or add it 3 times. Correct? Amount collected by Meera and Sushil in 1 hour. And the last step is solve the problem. Solution and working. The total number of buckets of plastic collected by Meera and Sushil in 3 hours is, now this is a mixed fraction, this is a proper fraction. So first I have to convert both of them into fractions which are like, so that I can add these two. So there I have 13 by 6. By now we should also already know addition of fractions, so we are not getting into this step. So this one will be 6.5. This is an improper fraction. When you multiply it, you get 39 by 6. Because both numerator and denominator are divisible by 3, we reduce it and then we convert the improper fraction to a mixed fraction. Therefore, Meera and Sushil together collect 6.5 buckets in 3 hours. So just a quick revision, students. The first step is understand the problem, where we write down what is given and what is being asked. In the second step, I will identify the operation based on the question and the ask what they're asking me to find out. I will apply my logical thinking and I will identify my operation. Third, any number without a statement is incomplete. So I will write a statement that supports my numbers. It justifies why am I using the operation. And fourth, I will solve the problem. So who's up for a challenge? What we're going to do is we're going to test our learnings with some word problems. I'm going to quickly share word problems with you. Now what I want you all to do is I will share my screen with you. You will quickly copy the question and then you will have 3 minutes to solve each question. Okay. Now before we start the exercise, I want you all to open your notebook and keep your pencils handy. Okay. You have 5 seconds for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Let's enter a challenge round. So you have your first question in front of you. Alright. Santosh swims 4/5 of a lap on Monday and 2/3 of a lap on Tuesday. On which day did he swim more and by how much? Alright. So you will have 3 minutes to solve this problem. Your 3 minutes starts now. Think of the logic, huh? When I see some keywords like more and how much, I'll have to guess what operation I'm going to use. One minute up. Two minutes up. I hope you've written down what is given, what is asked, and what operation you're looking at. And make sure you're finding the statement. You will find it in your question itself. Last 20 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time up. Great. So I'm now sharing the answers with you. If your answer is correct, put a tick mark. If not, understand the question and see if you need some help. You can reach out to your teachers for this. Okay. So all of us know the question already. So we already know Santosh swims 4/5 of a lap on Monday. Santosh swims 2/3 of a lap on Tuesday. Alright. What did they ask? They asked the day he swam more and by how much. More and by how much. When I look at this, I know they're comparing two different quantities. So I think the operation here is subtraction. Correct? That is difference. Reason? Subtraction used for comparison. That's exactly what we spoke. Now the mathematical statement will be I will subtract how much Santosh swam on Monday from how much he swam on Tuesday. Correct? 4 by 5 minus 2 by 3. Because these two are unlike fractions, they have different denominators. I will convert them into like fractions by making sure the denominator has the same value. Okay, and then I will get my number. So Santosh swam 2 by 15 laps more on Monday. Correct? Santosh swam 2 out of 15 laps more laps on Monday. Okay. Now let us go to the next problem. And for this problem, I'll give you 4 minutes. Okay. The problem is not as difficult as it seems. It's a very simple problem. In Kottayam district of Kerala, 19 over 20 of the population is literate. Females make up half of the literate population. What fraction of the total population of Kottayam consists of literate females? Now students, before you get confused, there are words used repeatedly just to confuse you. Do not worry about it. Follow the 4 steps. The first step is to find out what is given and what is being asked. The second step is to find out what operation do I need to use. The third step, I'll have to think as to what statement should I write to make sense of my numbers. Fourth, solve whatever operation that I've chosen. Alright, so do not worry, it's a very simple question. Okay, your time starts now. Take 4 minutes for this. One minute done, 3 more minutes to go. Two minutes up, 2 more minutes to go. Last 1 minute. Guys, do not get lost in words. Just look at the main key information. Last 20 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let us discuss our answers. So let us discuss the answer. Alright. So 19 out of Kottayam's population is literate. This information we already know. Okay. What fraction of literates are females? Correct. That's what they want us to find out. Total population of Kottayam that consists of literate females. The operation I'm using is multiplication. Now there are two ways of looking at it. I can use multiplication because I want to just multiply it with half, or I can divide this fraction by 2 and applying the reciprocal approach that we learned yesterday. The division symbol will be replaced by multiplication symbol and 2 will be replaced by the reciprocal, that is 1 by 2. Correct? So I can use multiplication. Reason of in fraction of literate females indicates multiplication. Correct? What fraction of the thing. So they're talking how much it belongs of it. So 19 by 20 into 1 by 2 is equal to 19 by 40. So 19 by 40 of the total population of Kottayam consists of literate females. So students, today we learned how to solve word problems using fractions. Okay. We will meet tomorrow to learn more interesting topics. Until then, happy learning. See you.